On the youngsters, the king, Elvis. We all know the name, we've seen a million pictures, he's the butt of jokes. Yeah, everyone knows who Elvis is. But this is the beginning. This is an album that came out in about 1975. I bought my copy in 77, at the height of punk. So although the Clash sang no Beatles, Elvis or Rolling Stones, yeah, I was an Elvis fan, still am. But this particular album was interesting because all the songs on it are from the Sun Studios. So Elvis's first record label was Sun Records in Memphis, and he released about 5 singles, and then he got poached by RCA, and his first RCA single was Heartbreak Hotel, and everything went mad and across the Atlantic, and that's when Elvis became Elvis. But he'd been grinding away for quite a few years, almost sort of 2 years before that, releasing these little singles on a local label and playing just the south of America, and getting bigger and bigger. But eventually the dam burst and TV helped. So these songs, I mean, they are just extraordinary. The very first single, That's Right Mama, most of them is literally Elvis, Bill Black on one of those big doghouse basses, and a guy called Scotty Moore on guitar. That's it. So for the first 3 singles, it's just them. It's 3 guys in a studio about the size of a big kitchen, and it's just extraordinary. I mean, I'm a fan, so I've heard these millions of times over. But if you wanted to do a deep dive, it sounds really rough because it is. It's a studio in Memphis in about 1954, and Sam Phillips, who ran the record label, he was about the performance. He was about the feel rather than sonic perfection. So there was very little sonic perfection on a lot of these songs. But once you get past that, it's just incredible to hear it. I mean, they're literally making it up on the spot. And Elvis is about 18 on most of these songs, and you listen to it and think, wow, how's he doing that? And he's playing country standards, but sort of rocking them up, which nobody had done before. So that became rockabilly. He's doing blues standards, and the band is tight because they gigged constantly, so they kind of knew how to lay down a groove. But it's Elvis's voice that makes the difference. One of my favourite stories is Elton John. He got a copy of Heartbreak Hotel because anything with a piano he made his mummy buy from the record shop in Pinner. So little chubby Reginald Dwight, as he was, 11 years old, anything with a piano, he'd instruct his mother to go and buy it. And one week there was a thing called Heartbreak Motel by Elvin Parsley, but it had piano accompaniment written in the advert. So Elton John says, my mum brought this thing home in 78 and put it on, and he heard Heartbreak Hotel, and he played it again, and he played it again, and played it. I mean, he wore his copy out within a week. And then he said the following week, Melody Maker, where he'd seen the advert, they published a picture of Elvis Presley. And that was it, game over. Elton John knew exactly what he was going to do with his life. So it's hard to imagine from this standpoint just how big Elvis was and how different and how much of an impact he had. But this is the beginning. This is, him, just a young white guy making noise in the deep south, and it went from there. So this is it. This is the bedrock, the mother lode. Elvis.